tool. But you may be asking yourselves, great, you crushed the interview thanks to the interview study aid. Is your responsibilities to your career over at that point? You got the job and you're just all set? Not in this field. We don't have, no 50 years and a gold watch in this industry. You got to stay on top of it. So there's going to have to be some way of keeping that fire that you got there and still getting the job done. So if only there was some application that could help us in that regard. Go ahead and get started if you want. Sorry, I was waxing on. So let's bring up Team Devpendency, please.
JB, I believe we have just the solution for you. So thank you for that smooth pass off. And good afternoon, everyone. It is great to be with you on this glorious final day of school before we venture out into the real world and apply our interview prep applications and get ourselves organized for what it's really going to be like to work in this industry. We are very proud to present to you the Devpendency app today. So what we'll do is meet the dependents that are behind the magic, go through the standard problem domain and process from kind of the idea through to fruition. And of course, present to you a really convincing demonstration and then hammer out some information on tests and take any of your questions. So let's meet the Devpendents, beginning with Tia.
Great, thank you, Steve. Hi everyone, my name is Tia Lowe. I'm a full stack developer based here in Seattle. I've had kind of a winding road of previous work experience, but the diverse background has helped me really develop my technical and soft skills and to also better understand myself and all that I bring to this industry. Both personally and professionally, I'm very curious about people and their stories, and I find a lot of motivation in exploring the ways that all that interacts through technology, and also how it can help us better understand the natural world that we live in as well. I'm always Googling something, and I love learning new things, and the ability to continue that lifelong learning is something that really drew me to this career. So I'm very excited about a future position where I can use these strengths to contribute to a team and make a meaningful impact with my work. And I do strongly believe there's a place for everyone in tech, and I'm really excited to pay that forward. And with that, I'd love to introduce you to my teammate, Blake.
Thank you, Tia. Hey everyone, my name is Blake Romero. I'm a software developer based out of the greater Seattle, Washington area. I am a veteran of the U.S. Army with over 5 years of experience as a project manager and IT supervisor. There I developed a track record for leveraging my technical expertise and innovation in order to create solutions. When I discovered my passion for coding, I decided that it was time to make a change. And I also realized that my past experience would help me tremendously as a developer. I love working on code that improves user experience because all tech should be user-friendly. I'm always looking to improve myself and master my craft. And I look forward to working for a company that can foster a great growth and team environment in order for me to leverage my full stack developmental skills. And next we'll meet Matt.
Thank you, Blake. My name is Matt Harrigus. I am a full stack developer in the Seattle, Washington area. As far as the technical side of programming, I've had a lifelong love and passion of all things technology, as well as solving problems and playing games, which I think makes me a perfect fit for the actual technical side of the tech industry. As far as the interpersonal skills I've built over the years, I've had a fairly wide range of past careers or past jobs, through hospitality, food service, and most recently retail. So got a lot of customer service experience, a lot of time building communication skills, and specifically hospitality really instilled in me a desire and an ability to listen to and give feedback, actionable feedback to team members, which I think makes me a great member of a team. And I would love to continue to do that. And next, I'm going to pass it back to Stephen to wrap up our introductions.
Thank you, Matt. Hello, everyone. My name is Steve Baldock, and I'm a software developer. I chose to pursue software development because I love to solve problems and I love to collaborate. And this industry provides ample opportunity for both. I've had some traditional career experiences in telecommunications, in private events, and in public education, but I would consider my most valuable background actually as a musician. My most valuable qualities are those that I've learned while studying music, listening to music, and performing music with others. Music teaches me how to think creatively and out of the box. It teaches me how to collaborate with others towards common goals. And it also teaches me about how simple solutions are usually the best solutions. And, you know, much like music, software development is a system of languages that I'm excited to learn. And so I'm looking forward to applying those qualities that I've learned from music in a new career direction in software development. So now that you know a little bit more about us, let's get to know the Devpendency app a little bit. Imagine an application that elevates your organization and increases your productivity. It's one that can quickly capture your design ideas, keep track of your valuable online resources, and help you keep tabs on your never-ending job search for that new gig. My friends, the Devpendency app might just be what you're looking for. This application features a beautiful user interface and very common sense functionality. For instance, a dev napkin to sketch out those million-dollar late night ideas, a vault of bookmarks for your valuable online resources so you can stay up to date on your knowledge, and of course that job tracker because we are all looking for that best next gig. And so, in short, the Devpendency app makes it easier for developers to stay busy doing what they do best, and that is to create. Let's dig a little further into the guts of this application now. Tia?
Cool, thanks, Steve. So with a bit more of an understanding of the need we sought to address, let's dive into the project and some of the technologies that we used. So we have worked in the past with building responsive website with the styling that would adjust to work on a mobile, but this was really our first dive into like true mobile app development. So we used React Native for this, which for those who might not know already, it's a framework that allowed us to use our beloved JavaScript language to write a mobile app that could be shared natively across iOS and Android platforms. So we used Expo, which also gave us the tools to get up and running really quickly in a mobile development environment. A lot of us are new to this industry, but we've heard that it used to be much trickier to get set up with that environment. So for that, we are grateful to Expo for. And we also used several third-party libraries to build out our features. So you'll see some of them here on the slide, including Formic for form handling and validation, Paper for styling, and then Async Storage for persistence beyond the in-app session. And one other thing to briefly mention is that it was really important for all of us, to make sure that we had robust documentation for our app. I think we all appreciate good docs at this point, as we've all had our experience with bad documentation. So we really wanted our app to be simple for anyone to explore. And that includes contributing to it as well as an open source project. So our documentation includes some guidelines that are adopted from the Contributors Covenant. And with that, let's hear more from Blake about our process.
Thanks for that great overview, Tia. Yeah, so when we started brainstorming, we really had no idea what we wanted to create. So we kind of just threw random ideas out on a whiteboard and looked to see what would stick. And we drew comparisons between our ideas and saw commonalities, and finally conceptualized an idea for an application to build. So then we hit the Trello board where we developed user stories, which really helped us with a guide path towards a basic usable MVP. And that was very helpful for us to create. And next we'll take a look at our UML wireframe. We knew that we wanted something minimalistic, easy to use, and efficient. So we started drawing our wireframes with that in mind. And this really helped us kind of visualize and conceptualize what we wanted our app to, how we wanted it to feel and look. And I mean, we did make a few changes from this, but it's relatively, we stayed on track with this. It's it's pretty. It was a key conceptualization application for us to use, and it also helped us when we were trying to visualize our React state components. And next, we will have a small transition into a mobile environment where we will have a demo with Matt.
Cool. So I am going to share my phone screen. I'm going to show you our app. So this is the homepage of our app. Right now, we just have some cards here on the home screen that outline the different components and say, you know, different things that you can do on this app. The first thing we're going to cover is the dev napkin, which was talked about a little bit before. This is basically like a blank slate for you to, you know, jot down any ideas, plan out any diagrams. If you have an idea for a web page or a project, you can jot down a quick diagram. And up here, you can hit save to, you know, put all those into persistent local storage. And you can also hit clear here to, if you jot something down and don't care about it but want to start over, you can, you know, start with a blank slate. And then you can hit get up here. And that will show you all of your previously saved napkins. You can open those up and it will display them to you, as well as organizing them and naming them by date and time that they were made. And if there's something that you don't need anymore, you can also delete them as well. Next component, we're going to look at our bookmarks. I have a couple ones that I've populated here earlier, like Stack Overflow and the React Native docs. But if we want to put a new one in here, do google.com. This is Google. And this is how to search things. Excuse you, Zoom. And you can look down here. I made a typo. I said how to search themes. That's fine though. And then we can click on that and it will open up your phone's web browser and load the link, which is pretty cool. And next component, we're going to come over here for jobs, where if you're actively hunting, you can keep track of stuff. Blake, you been applying anywhere lately?
Oh yeah, I applied to Microsoft.
And what's the job title that you applied for?
Software developer, duh.
Is there any URL you have handy, or maybe an ID that Microsoft uses?
Yeah, I think there was an ID. I think it was MS122.
122, perfect. And when did you apply?
Yesterday, the 15th.
That's not 22. Is there anything else that you want to jot down about that?
I hope I get it.
Hope I get it. Cool. And you can hit add job, and now we have down here all the jobs. You can also tap here and it will expand the card a little bit, and in case you forgot what all the categories were, it displays them here. And then if you already found a job, or unfortunately got rejected, or just don't care anymore, then you can get rid of it there. And last but not least, we just have a quick tab showing off all of our beautiful faces and some information about us, as well as links to our individual LinkedIn and GitHub, which you can tap on, and that will open up your browser again. And that about wraps up the live demo.
All right, very cool. Thanks for the demo, Matt. Super exciting to share it with everyone. So we'll hop back over to Steve's screen and finish out our slide deck. Okay, so we want to discuss our experiences with testing as well. We've learned a lot in the past few months about the value of test-driven development. And what Expo allowed us to do was drive the development of our app based on seeing it on our actual phones, not just in an emulator, which was really great. But Expo was also one of the reasons we encountered challenges with our tests that we're now very determined and committed to working out. You'll see a screenshot here as an example of the complexity of this testing. We have a passing test here, but not without references to heaps of other issues. And then, it appears there's helpful troubleshooting links there, but they result in 404 errors when you follow them. So You've already heard, but it's pretty well documented that React Native is difficult to test, and we found ourselves running up against some of those same known issues within the community. So we're very proud of our app and its potential to scale and our ability to continuously make improvements, but we consider the area of testing for sure a win in progress. So moving right along to our resources, you'll find a link to our project here on GitHub, as well as individual profile links for us. We'd love to connect with you guys. And just a truly huge thanks to everyone involved this week, and especially to JB. He took a real active interest in all of our projects and just always seemed to be there to lend a hand and provide support when we needed it. So huge thank you to him and the Code Fellows program in general. And now, if you'd like to explore the app on your own, go ahead and head to your app store to download the Expo client. And when you do, you can scan the QR code that we've provided and have a look. So Expo Client's logo is there to help you identify it. We have it running on all of our phones, but we've noticed some issues on certain versions of iOS. So we'd love to hear from you if you see anything, if anything comes up, but should be good to explore. Grab a snap of the QR code. This specific one will expire, and it will change also as we continue to make improvements to our project. So yeah, with that, thank you everyone for being here with us. We would love to hear from you with any questions if you have them.